Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. In this specific episode, we're going to be seeing what's like living in a FOB. If you don't know what a FOB is, it is a forward operating base. And a little bit down the road, you're going to be seeing that if I'm going to be giving up basic training, that like if it's just like got fed up with it, didn't want to deal with it anymore. So stay tuned. So let's check it out.
This is the cumulative part of the whole training. They're either 2 weeks in the field, everything they learned in class about this stuff, and now it's the 6-hour shifts of 4 missions a day, with bits of rest and eating and stuff in between and domestics, and it gets them their sense of urgency, following orders, protecting themselves and the camp and their wingers.
Let's go, wake up, get dressed. Let's go, hurry up, hurry up. I have orders to pass, hurry up. The plane has been shut down by the enemy. Okay, friendly, there's two pilots, 2 crewmen are out there. They're waiting for us to get rescued. Okay. The mission, section 4, will rescue the 2 crewmen at grid 569 72090. Execution will go there. Make sure to do security, first aid, and we'll evacuate the 2 personnel. Let's go, hurry up!
So this is kind of an experience that is almost like a quick reaction force. I do think that the training was lacking in some ways because they didn't really explain half the things that were happening. I think a lot of it was just made for the camera, and the amount of stress that they were kind of like putting us under was specific for the actual like filming opportunity, right? So a lot of it didn't really jar with us very well. Didn't really make that much sense. But with a quick reaction force, it's basically that you're on call and then you're running out to a destination where like people might have been hurt, people might have been killed, or there's like, basically a firefight underway and they need backup. And I was part of the QRF in Afghanistan in 2009, and we've seen lots of different situations like this.
Let's go! Go ahead, hurry up!
So you gotta remember, I haven't seen this for like, I haven't seen this. So ever since I did the training, like 15 years ago, I had no idea how they filmed this. I can't recall how they edited it, and it's just a new experience for me as well. But as you can see, there's 2 pilots, supposedly pilots, that have crash landed on site. So right now, what the soldiers need to do, they need to basically secure the area, make sure that it's safe, and then have the first aid team come in, assess the situation. If the actual aircraft was on fire, obviously you would have to remove them regardless of their personal injury in order to ensure that nobody could be catastrophic or killed during that process.
Find something?
Sergeant, 2 pilots to the plate, Sergeant!
2 pilots to the plane, Sergeant. Make sure, Penny,
Sergeant!
your team partner, do a sweep around. Okay, the wood, there's nobody. The rest of you, maybe the airplane's gonna explode. Take him and take those 2 guys and bring them up now.
So again, this was a simulation, so you can see the smoke going on. That was just like a smoke grenade that they used for training. That was it. This was not a live situation by any means. It was strictly just for education as well as just get a little bit of life experience for the soldiers.
Greg!
Can't. Here, lift you up. Here you go, man. You on this way?
Let's go, bring him up!
Oh, fuck.
Stand up.
The 4-way hand seat on?
No.
So right now they're simulating like triage, where supposedly that this individual on the right hand side right here may have been at KIA or killed in action, and so they would cover the face basically so that other soldiers nearby wouldn't be upset over this. But unfortunately, sometimes they don't really think this through. Anybody who's KIA'd, you typically want to be a lot further distance from the people who are alive, because that way they don't cause them to be panicking. If they're in distress or their heart rate's going to go up, a lot of things are definitely a factor during this. So, anyways, it's just training.
Okay, do security around there. Okay. Let's go, hurry up. Okay, stabilize before going in the truck. Maybe it's gonna get worse, and the bones gonna crush artery or a vein. Okay, and cut it out, and you're gonna see blood.
Basic Up will be right back.
We teach the recruits that after they graduate from here, it is roadblock, things that we will encounter during a mission throughout the world.
Please step back. Do not come any closer.
There I am right there in the middle right there. So these guys have been working through with basic training for quite some time. That's Harding right there. He was in the introduction. And yeah, it's funny when you look at some of these guys and you kind of forget that they've been through all this with you during basic training, because you're kind of self-absorbed. Obviously, you're so worried about yourself, and you're just trying to make it through it. But there's so much information coming at you every single day, and be able to retain that and then have a practical outlet with that is always very difficult.
Close to the barbed wire.
Come on, Canada! Come on, guys! We're just all we want to do here. We want our food.
Stay there. That's it.
Help us out. Maybe you guys can give us a little bit of food. If you guys don't want to move your roadblock, give us some food. We can take it.
Please step back.
Shoot me? Come on. I just need some food here. Let me.
Step back. Back up.
Come on, take your roadblock and go elsewhere. Canada, what are you going to do? Shoot me? You're pointing your rifle at me. You're going to shoot me? Is that what you're going to do? Step back, sir. Go home, Canada. We don't want you here anymore. We need.
Get your hands out of your pocket. Out of your pocket, sir.
Well, we did a lot of in-school theory and stuff like that probably about 2 weeks ago back in class. Today, first day out, it snowed all night last night and a little bit of yesterday, so it was actually green out yesterday. But mixed with some good weather, it's a lot better because you can actually follow trails and it's a little easier to catch up to people and stuff like that if you fall behind. Normal TOEFL groups kicking around are about 5 people. We're with the 3. There's myself, Private Van Veen, and Private Wallner. So we got a little bit shorter so we don't have to do all the same amount that the people do because it's usually 2 points per person. So we're almost done. We're just on our last leg, headed up to the finish. Alright, so it's the last leg. Let's get it done with. Got your mouth. Got your bearing. Yeah, my bearing's set.
16, this is 167 over.
So when I get our asses lost, you can erase it, right?
Bravo, this is 16 Charlie, total point, figures 26 over.
Just north.
What's the dilemma? What's wrong?
Oh, right now we're on a road and I don't really see a road on the map that we should have hit. We should have gone from point A, just where that white part is, down to point B, right at the base of the abandoned firing range. Now there's a curve in the road right on there, right around there. It's just a matter of finding out where the hell I screwed up, because we should have gone straight down. So, trying to find out where the river is, which should be that blue line, but it's just the road is a little bit of a drawback right now. So I'm just trying to get our bearings going and find out where the heck we actually are.
Here comes some more of our troops.
Here comes some troops now, actually, so I think we might be okay.
They're following the road.
What's that?
Following the road.
Yeah, they're probably more lost than we are.
It's always a challenge when you're trying to do anything with map related or compass related. This is training. This is the very first time most of these guys have even looked at a map, let alone using a compass. And in order to make sure that the compass is done correctly, you obviously got to have magnetic north. And there's other things to consider with that as well, with your bearings and such. But if you have no concept of meters versus feet versus yards, it can be really kind of hard to determine how far away you are from certain objectives. But that's why you have this kind of topography in place to make sure that you're learning this. Because you don't always have GPS.
5
You need the bearing that we're at, eh?
I'll just say we're at final beating.
Okay.
1-6 is topo 10, over.
110 is 1-6, send over.
We've reached our final bearing, over.
So, 10, this is a 1-6, you're at point 12, over.
Yes, over.
Yes, over.
Topo 10 is 1-6, so Roger, just stay there. There'll be a truck coming to get you to bring you to C4, over.
10-4, over.
I see, gonna be a MP military police, I see. Maybe you have the glasses, but not the work, I see, not the job. You always start with Topo 10, okay? Not 10-4, I see, you're not working for the police, I see,
Yes,
over. Okay? Even I'm French, I know those things.
You're the only one here.
It's always a learning curve, and obviously, like, he's a sergeant, and he's been, like, obviously seasoned, right? And it's just part of it. What's actually funny is that, like, when we were over in Afghanistan, that if you didn't say thank you over the comms to the British, they would actually get really upset with us. And it was kind of funny because we were also with the British and the Americans as well. Americans would just, like, spout out whatever they wanted, like Cowboy 6, here we go, down the road. And they wouldn't say thank you or nothing like that. Canadians, we don't really say thank you very much over the comms as well. But it was funny that the British were getting upset with that. We were saying, like, please and thank you over the comms.
You're the only girl here?
That's right, sir.
Now, being the only girl, the guys, did they just sort of let you fall by the wayside, or did you have good teamwork? Did they support you? Did they help you out a lot?
Yeah.
Tell me about something. Tell me about that.
I don't know where to begin. It's like that every day. You're there for each other.
You were almost on the edge of either getting put out or going all the way back.
Oh, here's me. So they're grilling me right now because, again, a lot of tension, a lot of drama. And I think that by this time I was kind of getting a little bit tired. I was a little bit more fed up because I was like, you know, if this is going to be just overly difficult just for me and as an individual. I think that's a big problem with a lot of people too. When you first join up, is that you come in, and if you're a thinker, you're a thinker, and you're somebody who's kind of like, why am I doing it this way? Or why am I doing it that way? We could do this a better way. It's going to be a lot more of a challenge for you because it's going to go against your values. It's going to go against your train of thought, and it's going to be really a challenge. I think that's what it was for me. That when they told me to do things, I was like, "This is ridiculous. I could do this a better way, a more efficient way." And I think that they didn't like that, and there was a lot of pullback on that. They didn't care about leadership, like I was saying in the other video. They just cared about you following instructions. And leadership comes down the road, but again, it is a challenge. It's a personality mind shift, and I think unfortunately that once you kind of fall in line with that, you kind of lose a lot of the drive. And I think that's a big problem with the Canadian Armed Forces, is that when they kind of push you down, eventually you're like, well, you know what, fuck it. Like, why am I going to, put myself out there, work harder than everybody else, just to be pushed down again and again when I'm trying to make things better for the rest of the troop? So I think by this point I was getting a little bit frustrated, and I was kind of like, well, if you're going to recourse me, you know what, you don't need me.
Week one. Talk to me about that.
It was intimidating.
To say the least. What happened to get you there? What's the sequence of events? Tell me, like, you had so many, warnings, and you get so many, what do you get, shitties or whatever, you got 7 to go, right? So you were at 6, and something happened, attitude, whatever, you got picked up, and at number 7, and then you had to go in front of the man. From there, what was that whole experience like?
It was very intimidating because you're in the room as the sergeant major there. I had the captain there. I had a warrant there.
A little bit of nervous laughter, as you can see.
And I had a major, major there. So it's just in the room, and it was a little intimidating, but because I was in the Air Cadets, I kind of like experienced with officers before, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been if I was fresh out of the water.
Did you expect that to happen to you? Did you see it coming, or it was a bit like, what the hell just happened? For whatever you got picked up for. Let's be honest. You got picked up for what? You got picked up for, I guess, attitude, right? End of day, right? let's get a bullshit out of the way. You got picked up for attitude. How did that affect you? Because you didn't think you had an attitude problem, or you thought you were just, things were okay? What happened?
Between that period?
Yeah. Did you slack off a little bit? Did you find yourself getting tired and maybe talking back? I wasn't there.
I guess it's you come in and you have a certain amount of confidence in yourself, and then when you get pushed back, it gets a little irritating because then you feel like a little bit more useless as you go down during the course. But you just gotta pull yourself together. It's like everyone has their bad days, and you can try and talk, but I guess the hardest thing was the translation between military life and civvy life. Because civvy life, you would ask as many questions as you can and try and express yourself on how you feel on that specific point. In military, you can't do that.
I'm not sure why they focus on my face. I think they're trying to get a rise out of me, trying to make me cry, I guess, just for the drama of the television. But when you're growing up in a household that just kicks you down all the time, it is what it is. You're kind of used to taking that kind of like verbal abuse. But yeah, it's kind of funny looking at it, but like 15 years later or so, well, even longer than that, I guess. But yeah, I don't know if I would change anything whatsoever. It's everybody's journey is a little bit different. I think if anything today, I probably wouldn't be able to succeed because I'm a little bit more stubborn than I was. While back then I was more of an open book. I was more like, I'm here to experience this stuff. I'm here to learn. But now going through it, and I think this goes for a lot of people, that if you're a sergeant or if you're like a master corporal, I don't think you would actually go through doing this all over again, because it's just a game, and it's just like you kind of just don't have time for it.
More Basic Up in just a minute.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody up! Not fast enough! Down! Let's go! They're moving! Down! 1, 2, 3! Everybody up! Thrust! Thrust! Who are you gonna kill? Danny! When you will show me some violence, you will not do push-up anymore! You're not reacting to my word of command! Down! 1, down! 2, down! 3, down! 4, down! 5! Everybody up! Begin to react! I got it! Ah!
So I think this was to simulate bayonet fighting. I don't recall having bayonets on us at this time. And we did a little bit of that during basic training to parry left, parry right, jab forward, and basically, insert the 6 to 8 inch blade into somebody's skull, step on their chest, and basically recover the blade. So there was a little bit of training with that. It's a little bit ruthless, to say the least, but you know what? World War II, Canadians were held accountable for a lot worse things.
Now, Master Corporal McConnell will give you the go, and you will go as a fire team partner as fast as possible. You have any question?
Come on, crawl through that obstacle!
Come on.
Get your ass down, you're not a porn star!
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Get your ass down, you're not a porn star. You can't make this stuff up.
Hurry up! Hurry up! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Let's go!
Gentlemen, this is not the time to get tired! When
go!
you get tired,
Let's go!
you get dead!
Down, down!
Get over that wall!
Come on, Ubley. Keep it plumb.
Tell me you didn't forget to do an obstacle. Gentlemen, in front of you, 6-foot wall. I want you over the first try. Get You best get over that wall, and right now. Get over that wall. What part of over didn't you understand? And guess what? You get to go over again. Yes, sir. There we go. You put some drive into it and you get stuff done. Come, let's go. Hurry up.
So you see these little tags on the back of their hats right here. Basically, it's like a warm weather hat. This is a reflective tag that in nighttime is basically can identify soldiers at night. You get these bands basically in your hard hat, so like any NATO personnel can identify you, be able to see you with night vision goggles. But for some reason, they decided to put this on the back of their heads with by sewing it. It's not exactly NATO standard or Canadian Forces standard. So, anyways, it's up to you, I guess.
Get over that wall! You both should be able to get over there by yourself. Let's go! Hurry up, Penny, let's go! Get over that wall!
Don't fucking use the support!
Get up over that wall!
Come on!
Low profile, let's go! Come
you
on!
Give up, you die!
Come on!
Simple as that! What do you mean it's supposed to be there? Never mind. Okay.
So those are issued gas masks where you see right there. So there's different situations you had to go through, different levels of stress, different levels of simulation. And you had to basically, when you hear gas, 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 you had to stop in place, put that gas mask over top of yourself, and then ensure obviously that the filter is attached properly, have a good seal, and then carry on. That's why having yourself clean shaving has always been really important, as you see this certain individual right here. Because if you don't have a good seal on your face, then it's going to be compromised. You're going to have gases coming through the sides and underneath, and especially if it's like a CF gas, it burns your eyes, makes your like nostrils like basically as if you had a really bad cold. And if it was like more of a nasty gas, as an example, World War I was a mustard gas. Soldiers were being killed quite often by the Germans, and what they had to do is basically pee on rags, put over top of their faces, and be able to try and kill the enemy with that. So that was absolutely like, you know, the badass back in the day. But today we have these NATO style gas masks that are basically on you all the time, and this is what you got to use.
Watch out! Grenade! 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 Yeah, baby! Go! Let's go! Let's go! Come on, let's go! Let's go! Move it! You got 3 seconds! Get out! Get out! Come on, let's go! Move! They're shooting at you! Get over my wall! Are you okay? Let's go! Good to go out the way?
What was the hardest part?
That one? The damn 6-foot wall. You get little sleep out here. I'm not a very tall person, like 5'6", I think, give or take. You get that thing with all your gear on after you've been running around all night doing topo and all that crap. It's a little trying. Other than that, I guess the crawl on the ground just doesn't take so long to get it. The tunnels are pretty cool. If anyone who's watching this ever gets a chance to do the military, you'll enjoy the tunnels. Pitch black, gas mask on, you can't see nothing. Running into people in front of you, behind you. Sweet. So, what are your thoughts, Tupa?
It's a great workout plan for any fat kids out there. It's like myself. It
he used to weigh 250 pounds before he came here.
Yes.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Close to 300 actually. And Jenny Craig's got nothing on this. Nothing.
Hey Baker, what happened?
flew over the 4-foot wall too far.
Right on. What do you say, Baker? It's so funny. Are you hurt or injured? How are you doing, Baker?
I'll live, Master Seaman.
Are you hurt or injured?
Hurt, Master Sergeant.
It's something that was probably suppressed, but they always say, are you hurt or injured? So if you're hurt, suck it up, carry on. If you're injured, you're going to have a medical team on you really fast, and you're probably going to get recoursed. That was a daily threat.
That's me to you. Good, Gray. You have done a great job. So, now imagine if tomorrow, after the 13th case, we're doing that all over again. No. Okay? You have to sometimes take some and go a little bit easier at some place that you make sure you finish your mission. Okay? You have done a great job.
Who are we? 1%! What do we give? 110%! What are we?
Basic Up will continue.
At 6:30, it's week 11. The troops are getting ready to do the 13K force march. They're a little tired from last night. They had a good sleep. However, we're going to have a warm-up and we're going to take off. And they're going to be carrying a rucksack weighing about approximately 35 kilos, their web gear, and their rifle and helmet. So full fighting order complete plus rucksack. They're not used to being on their feet all day, so these guys are going to have a hard time.
How you feeling? Good. It's a little cold. It's good.
I feel like in the last episode you saw that they were doing it like with a little bit of rain, give or take, and they were just like struggling like crazy. But to be honest, like when you're doing in the snow like this, I think that if anything, it helps with any inflammation, any joint pain. The only problem is that if you are coming across a patch of ice or black ice and you slip and you roll your ankle, that's a big problem, because what happens when you're lining up each other and you're marching behind each other one by one, you don't really see what's in front of you. And this is really bad when it comes to road runs. A lot of people get injured because of this, because you're supposed to have somebody say, hole, as an example, that everybody behind you relays that message and has a little bit of a warning that there's a hole nearby. Or at least have the common courtesy to pivot around a hole or things like that, or black ice. But sometimes the idiots don't say a thing because they're too tired, exhausted, and they're a little bit more self-absorbed, but it is what it is.
It's on me!
So I believe this is halfway. Basically, once I said before, these are jerry cans. As you can see, they're black or they're green. And there's no identification that they're gas cans. Any gas cans would be red labeled at the very top. Any diesel cans would be yellow. And so this is in the last video. But these are specifically for water. And again, they're designed to be camouflaged.
Right. No, they do like this, Lola. Come on. There you go.
Let's go, gents, hurry up. Catch up. Don't worry about that. I'll pick it up. There you go. Let's get going, Sergeant.
Maybe you should teach them where to look when they walk.
How are you feeling?
So tired and excited. All in one.
Was it what you expected?
Yeah, yes, Sergeant.
It's kind of weird and eerie in some ways that this was filmed a long time ago. It's almost like those war movies where you see these guys that you know that something bad's going to happen. You know that like some of them don't make it. You see them that you notice that some people aren't going to make it or get hurt. It's kind of weird like that for me. So a lot of these guys I haven't seen for 20 years, 25 years, if even. And it's just kind of weird that I haven't thought about them for at least that amount of time. And, they carry on with their careers, or they left, or they retired, or who knows what happened with their life. But it's kind of weird going back and looking at almost like a flashback memory that was, if anything, suppressed.
How you feeling?
Awesome.
How's your body doing?
Good, actually.
Is it what you expected?
A little bit better, actually. Who are we?
One platoon! What do we give? 110%! What are we? Mobile, agile, hostile!
If the truck touches you, Baker, you're getting in it. Get up there and join the platoon, Baker. Get up there and join the platoon, Baker. Let's go. You're finishing this with the fucking platoon, and there's no doubt about it. Get up there.
I know Baker for a very long time, and he did eventually make it, but he did struggle quite a little bit. I think it was a lot of like lack of drive, lack of motivation, but he didn't really survive too much in his Canadian Armed Force journey down the road in the future. But at least during this part of his life, he did the best he could.
Come on, let's go. Come on, Baker. 1 kilometer, Baker. Let's go. Get up there. You just proved to me that you're all right. Up here, Baker. Up here. Baker, up here. Baker, up here. Up here, let's go. Come on, Baker. Come on, Baker, up here.
Go, Baker. Come on, so
Baker.
close. Don't give it up now.
I fucking think you're okay. You can finish it to the two.
Beautiful, Baker.
If I ever become a sergeant. Come on, Baker.
Come on, Baker. Come on, Baker.
Get up there. Get up here, Baker.
Show us how it's done, buddy. Show us how it's
Get
done.
up there. Baker. Up to what it's time. Sir.
So by this time, you're exhausted, you're sweaty, you're cold, and a lot of the because of the precipitation in the air, you're going to see a lot of like ice on these guys forming, maybe around their helmets, because there's a lot of there's no airflow up there, right? Obviously, it's a helmet, so it's a lot of sweat going on, it's a lot of freezing going on, and if you're basically you have too much gear on, you're going to overheat yourself. If you don't have quite enough gear on, you're probably going to get cold.
Now what you gonna do? Take a sip of water and make sure you find your
I was ready to pass out around it, Kay.
Rucksack, pull back. Back.
Let's go.
So after every 13K, you always finish off with the Firemans Carry.
Oh, you're able to do it.
It's right there.
No, you will not quit today. It's not today you will quit. You're almost there.
Let's go, big down!
Let's go, Blake. You're almost there. I dig it.
So this might seem tough for a lot of people to kind of watch, but what they try to do is that they try and match you with the weight. So this particular person behind him, his name was Plant, and basically he was a good friend of mine, and he was a little bit smaller of a guy, maybe like 5'5", if that, maybe 180 pounds. And they would try their best to team up people who are the same. Unfortunately for her, she was the only female, I believe, within her troop. But yeah, they want to give you somebody who's like 300 pounds when you're 200 pounds.
Get mad! Get mad! Yes, get mad! You make it! Get mad! You're almost there! 30 feet! See there!
I don't like.
You can see the pylons there! You're almost there! No, you're able to do it! It's gonna be your It's gonna be your victory of the day! Almost there! Now it's hard, go. That's it, drop it! Go back to
Always a lot of fun to watch these videos. I haven't seen these videos for so long, and it's almost like a re-education for myself to share with my friends and family, if anything. But like, I get a chance to share with you, the audience, and you know, it's not always going to be a perfect journey for everybody. It's not like any movie you see in Hollywood, where you know you see the guy from the beginning, he kind of like stumbles a little bit and becomes a hero at the end of the journey. Everybody's journey is very different, right? So, yeah, it's kind of humbling watching all this stuff again. And if you guys like this kind of stuff, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd love to hear your comments down below. I get a lot of great comments from you guys who are just joining right now, have a little bit of questions, things like that. If you have any questions about like basic training or any journey questions down the road, do the best I can to message you as the best I can. Obviously, there's a lot of questions coming in. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next one.